big deal from MCI or Sprint. But to get it, you gotta call AT&T.
Your true voice.
We Southern Californians have been hit with many disasters this year: earthquakes, fires, mudslides. At Health Fair Expo, you can get all the information you need to protect yourself. Call this number for the site nearest you.
Share the adventure, the pageantry, the magic of Ramona. Call now, 1-800-645-4465.
On Kids with Guns, next on Hugh.
Tonight, it's Marilu Henner. She's at the NBC studios in Burbank. And she's later with Greg Kinnear.
Wow. Thank you. Thanks. All right. Thank you. Relieved and ready to get on with my life, like a rap group that got word from the highest court that it's okay to plagiarize anybody's music. This is Later. Welcome, everybody. How you doing tonight? Okay? All right. All righty. My name's Greg Kinnear, your best reason to tape over any old episodes of Matlock you may have in your cupboard. Tarot cards, astrology, psychic palm readings. For some, it's silly nonsense. For others, it's a huge, thriving business. Look now at this CNN report featuring a French woman by the name of Suzanne Seville, who is organizing a fortune teller's trade union. A fortune teller's trade union.
It's hoped that the creation of a trade union will stop them being associated with sorcerers, Satanists, and the like.
Dans nos professions, il y avait tout à fait trop de charlatans.
In our profession, there have been too many charlatans, too many of them avoiding paying tax, and incompetent people. With our union, we want to organize proper training.
Fortune teller's trade union. You know, I don't really buy all that astrology stuff, but I'm a Gemini, and we're always kind of skeptical, so I guess that wouldn't be a good one. What is with the French? Who in their right mind would go to a non-union fortune teller? It's just, to me, so crazy. It was announced today that the post office is raising the price of stamps to 32 cents starting early next year. You probably heard about this. I know. Postmaster General Marvin Runyon reluctantly, very sadly, I thought he even saw tears well up in his eyes for a moment. He announced the increase this morning in Washington, D.C.
I want to say at the outset that I wish we weren't here today. None of us wants to raise postage rates. We recognize how much American businesses and consumers rely on the Postal Service, America's first information superhighway.
Oh, yeah, I think I've been on that postal superhighway before. Isn't that the one where no matter how many cars you pass, you're still stuck behind an old guy with a turn signal on? I'm pretty sure that that's the postal superhighway. That's what you got there. Deborah Schott had a baby on Friday up in Kent, Washington. Did anybody hear about this? No? You might think news like this would end up in the birth announcements column of the Kent Gazette, except for one little known fact. The 38-year-old woman had no idea she was pregnant. Take a look at this.
38-year-old Deborah Schott says it's still hard to believe that she's in a hospital room with a healthy 6-pound, 1-ounce baby daughter, a baby she never even knew she was carrying.
You know, it never ever occurred to me that I was pregnant in any way, shape, or form. And like I said last night, I just thought I had the flu.
So if you think you have the flu, folks, please, before you bother your family practitioner, take some deep breaths, push, and try to deliver any child you may be carrying, and save everybody a lot of trouble. At least test it. Finally tonight, President Clinton being bombarded with questions from the press regarding his involvement in the Whitewater scandal. You've probably heard about this here at a press conference held at the White House yesterday. He's posed a particularly difficult three-parter question by reporter Mark Halperin. Take a look at this.
As part of your commitment to fully cooperate with the special counsel, will you instruct your staff that you don't wish to invoke attorney-client privilege or executive privilege? And will you ask them not to, in appearing before a grand jury, invoke the Fifth Amendment? And if you ask them to do that, do you see any conflict between their individual rights and your commitment to get all the information out?
Well, not this old question again. How many times have we heard this asked? Mr. President, as part of our commitment to fully cooperate with the special counsel, will you instruct your staff that you don't wish to invoke attorney-client privilege or executive privilege, and will you ask them not to, in preparing for a grand jury, invoke the Fifth Amendment? And if you ask them to do that, do you think that you'd see any conflict between their individual rights and your attempt and your commitment to get all the information out? If you've heard it once, you've heard it a million times. We'll take a quick break and be back with Marilu Henner. Don't go away.
Have you ever borrowed a book from thousands of miles away? Across the country?
Gesture ahead. Take next.
Without stopping for directions?
Alternate route 101.
Or sent someone a fax? From the beach? You will. And the company that'll bring it to you. AT&T.
This is where I like to be. Getting things just right. Especially the sauce.
New KC Masterpiece Honey Teriyaki. All the rich ingredients of our original recipe.
Mm-hmm. This is what it's all about.
Now with a kick of teriyaki and a hint of honey.
Sauce is everything.
Try the sweet, tangy flavor of new KC Masterpiece Honey Teriyaki.
New Nutrageous from Reese's. Peanuts, milk chocolate, caramel, Reese's peanut butter. New Nutrageous. Give your mouth a party.
Do you believe in reincarnation? Armor All Tire Foam. It cleans, it shines, it makes tires look like new. Now do you believe?
I needed retraining to get the skills that are in demand in today's job market. Computer Learning Center offers a very comprehensive program on computer local area networking using Novell.
Call Computer Learning Center.
Computer Learning Center helped me to start my new career and make great money. As a network specialist, I joined the future of computers and the future of success.
For a brochure, call Computer Learning Center, 800-464-4CLC. One phone call can change your life.
My guest tonight is a beautiful and talented actress that first became one of our favorites in her role as Elaine Nardo on Taxi. She's currently starring as Ava Newton every Monday night on Evening Shade, where she gets to be Burt Reynolds' wife without all those annoying tabloids breathing down her neck. Please welcome Marilu Henner. You know, I'm just a late-night talk show host, but if I'm not mistaken, you could be a little bit pregnant.
Ah! That must have happened in the dressing room. No. I know, I said, this is such a nice desk. Maybe, you know, we could have waited 8 weeks and added stirrups or something. You know?
You can perform Lamaze right here.
Actually, I'm doing Bradley. I've done Lamaze twice, not for myself. I was a coach twice. I cut the cord for one of my friends.
Oh, congratulations.
I know. There are lots of talents. That's on my resume, actually. Cord cutter.
Congratulations.
And no, so we're doing the Bradley method, which is a little
What
different.
is the Bradley method?
It's a little more like animals. You know, instead of distracting yourself. Well, we are animals. You know, it's more like animals breathing. You're taking in the pain and you're absorbing it and you're understanding it and everything instead of distracting yourself from it.
Right. So I guess the idea of actually taking any sort of drugs to make this process of going through labor is out of the question for you.
Well, I've decided two other things. Two things instead. You know, and then I'm not looking to be any kind of hero, so if I get to a certain point, it's like, give me drugs, I'm ready to take them.
Right.
But I figured if I want the distraction part, I'm going to play Tetris. And it's the obsessive compulsive types who like to organize. But you know what? I found out.
Wait a second.
See, other people call it obsessive compulsive disorder. I call it obsessive compulsive order. I like having this quality. I like straightening things out. I love organizing.
Oh, we were talking about you giving birth.
I know. You know what? As a host, you got to go with the flow.
Okay, all right. No, but you want to
you
play Tetris, right?
Thank you.
No, I'm confused. And for a second, you were talking about paying...
You'll see it on tape later, and then you'll understand.
Okay, but you were actually going to play Tetris.
I'm going to play Tetris during labor.
Gotcha.
During labor.
Okay.
Don't you think that's a good idea?
I don't know. I've never gone through labor.
I haven't either. I've never been through labor. This is my first baby. But I figured instead of doing Lamaze, I'll play Tetris. It sounds, you know. But anyway, I want to get back to something else. I heard that you were also the third child in your family. There's 3 boys, and you're the third boy. I'm three of 6, but there's 3 girls. And isn't that a special position in someone's family?
I guess. I mean, it got me slapped around by my older brothers a lot.
You know what it is? It's the baby bear position. Because the first one's to this, the second one's to that, and the third one's just right. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you something. Do they have talk shows?
No.
Okay.
So, okay. Actually, I saw that on Evening Shade, I guess that in the first season, you actually were pregnant.
Yeah, they gave me sort of like a bird seed outfit.
Right.
You know, it was...
Did that prepare you for
No, it's completely different. Right. This is so much easier.
Is it really?
Oh, I have breezed through this pregnancy, thank you God. I think it's, you know, the way I eat and stuff. But, I mean, it's been really easy. You know, so I haven't missed a beat. And it just worked out in my hiatus. I mean, this has been... Oh, the second thing I'm going to do during labor, I heard you're supposed to distract yourself, but the best way to get a baby out is the way he got in there. So I'm going to try to make out with my husband as well.
Whoa!
Don't you think so? Supposedly, that like softens everything up. So, I thought that would be a good idea.
That is. That could work.
I mean,
that could work.
It's supposed to.
Anything to take your mind off it, I would think, would be a good idea.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it. You know,
that would do it, I would think.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, it depends on what kind of mood you're in.
You seem so excited about this. You must really. When's the date you're expecting?
Well, now they give you a range, depending. I mean, you know, this is the 90s. The original date was May 12th. Now they've moved it up anywhere like 2 weeks, but you know, it'll probably be closer to May 12th.
Boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Now, have you actually done one of those tests, or is
Yes, I have, but I knew I was having a boy the moment I got pregnant. So, you know, I just...
I won't ask why. That would probably be another one of those stupid questions.
I don't know, I just have boy karma, I guess.
Let me, just Evening Shade, real briefly. You work with
let's get back to that.
Show. You work with a great ensemble cast.
It's a great group.
Is it just a pleasure to go in there every day?
It is, because everybody's got a different style. Everybody, you know, works hard. They've all been in the business a long time. Everybody has their own methods. It's really like an acting workshop every day.
Well, I am a fan of yours in the show. In fact, here's a look right now at you playing the attorney at Lawrence,
this is the last show I did before I got pregnant.
Grilling Charles Durning. Take a look at Evening Shade.
You'll see I'm a little thinner.
A moment ago, you testified that when you examined the plaintiff, you found a wound caused by a foreign body lodged in the lower right quadrant of the gluteus maximus?
That's correct.
Could you please put that in layman's terms?
The man had a splinter in his butt the size of a Louisville slugger.
Louisville slugger, that's about, that big, isn't it? So who took it out, a doctor or a tree surgeon?
Go get him. Go get him.
Charlie's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really nice because on our show you can take any 2 actors, you know, and make a show out of it. It's really, and then everybody's got such a different way of working, so it's really fun.
Are we ever going to see, all these characters are so good in that show, they could all spin off in their own series. Could we ever possibly see Marilu, your own show?
But it won't be my character as Ava.
No, but would you ever be interested in something like that?
In doing my own show?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be a spin-off. You're saying my own show. Oh,
well,
yeah,
it can be whatever you want.
Yeah. No, probably my next show will be my own show.
Yeah?
You know. Yeah, I've had offers to do my own show
Is there a
before.
part for me?
Yeah, you know what? Truthfully, we're both with William Morris, right? When I first saw you, I said,
Sadly, that's true.
Sadly,
I'm kidding.
I heard you're a bad putter, okay? Now I'm going to use...
Okay.
Because one of our agents went golfing with you, and he said to tell you that you're a bad putter.
It's just the beginning of a long line of problems with my game.
Oh, he wasn't talking about golf? Okay. Anyway, no. So I heard that, so when I first saw you, I said, this guy should be on a sitcom.
Uh-huh.
Because you just had that sitcom quality, I don't know. No, but you look like you'd also be a good actor if anyone could, like, keep you from, you know, the little smirks all the time.
Sure, I'll,
But in a good way. I'm talking about in a good way. No, because you can't do that all the time on a sitcom. I mean, on a talk show, you can get away with it.
Let me try this line right now.
Uh-oh.
We'll take a break and be back after this.
Are your friends car guys? Car guys talk horsepower. They talk acceleration. They talk big fat tires. Now why not invite your pals over and give them something to really talk about? Introducing the four-wheel drive Passport from Honda.
One shot. That's all it takes for weeds. Roundup.
The race is on. Endust or Pledge. Which cleans grease and wax marks faster? Endust cleans with no wax. So with Endust, it's a piece of cake. Clean your whole house with Endust. Fast.
Oprah Winfrey. She's never been healthier or happier. We'll tell you her cooking secrets to be fit for life.
I think it has simple recipes for people to follow, especially homemakers.
Oprah's Diet Secrets. Plus,
Singapore has the government, the laws, and the police that it wants.
family, friends, even the U.S. government make a last-ditch effort to save an 18-year-old from Singapore's caning punishment. Hey! It's Michael's final appeal on the next hard copy.
Tomorrow at 7:30, here on Channel 4.
You know, I paid more for this car than my parents paid for their first house. Now we're a two-car family, and growing. That's why I like AIS, the auto insurance specialists. They grow with us. We save money on their multi-car discount. And next year, when our son starts driving, we'll save money on the good student discount.
Call 1-800-772-4AIS. We've been California's auto insurance specialists for almost 25 years.
With AIS, we might even be able to afford a third car.
You'd give in to all of our demands if I go on one date with you?
That's right, Elaine.
Okay, it's luncheon. A lot of people around. We meet at the restaurant. We part at the restaurant. I get to bring a friend. And we sit at separate tables.
You know, you want to know something funny about that show? And it's I have to tell you, we're doing this big Taxi retrospective that's going to be on in May, and I'm going to host it and everything.
Right, I heard about
Isn't
that.
nice?
Right. You're going to look back at the highlights of all the best moments from
90 minutes.
Taxi.
And they said to me, what's your favorite show? And that's the one. And
Is
you
it
guys
really?
didn't even know that.
Just by coincidence.
Just by coincidence.
See, we're psychic, and we'll
You're
talk about that in a moment.
No.
Let me ask you with Taxi, on Evening Shade, I mean, you had one of the best ensemble, you have a great ensemble cast there, but this is like one of the great ensemble casts ever assembled on television. Do you remember back when you guys first got together for that first rehearsal, thinking something
July
here is
5th.
Big?
Yeah.
July 5th.
Yeah, 1978. It was a Wednesday.
I was going to ask.
You know what it was? I knew Jeff Conaway. I had seen Judd on Broadway in Chapter 2, and I had seen Andy Kaufman, you know, certainly at comedy clubs and stuff. So I kind of knew enough of the guys to sort of feel a little bit comfortable. But we felt very special because all of the producers had come from the Mary Tyler Moore Show, all the producers and writers, so it felt like a special kind of show. And also because we didn't have to do a pilot, that we were just picked up for 13, and you know.
Makes it
really
nice that way.
It makes it very nice.
And what about
I just
Andy
sweat it out.
Kaufman? I've always been intrigued by him.
Wow, there's a really long Andy Kaufman story that we talk about on the special. It's probably, we'd probably use up all of our time telling it, but Andy was very unusual. I mean, very special.
That's what I hear, is that the sort of odd person that you saw on any of the shows or any of his performances kind of carried over in real life.
Odd. Let me just tell you something. One time, this is a really good late night story. I just thought of a fast one.
Well, you're not any later at night than this, so go ahead.
Okay. Andy Kaufman. First of all, he'd come in Friday and only be Latka.
Right.
Once he got there on Friday. He only worked 2 days a week anyway, Tuesday afternoon and Friday. But one Friday he came in. Oh, this is so disgusting. I love it. Okay. He had this enormous boil on the back of his neck.
Oh, no.
And Andy actually charged the audience $1 to come up and touch his boil, and people lined up. I mean, what does that tell you about Andy? And then he, like, segued into wrestling. You know, wrestling was like a step up from boil touching, I guess.
Wow.
I never told that story, Greg. You're bringing out the best in me.
Kind of brought me down. I was in such a good mood, and then I heard the boil story.
I know.
What about before Taxi? You actually, I know you did commercial work.
I did 28 commercials in New York before I started. You know, and I did 4 Broadway shows and 13 movies and, you know, a bunch of other... You don't have my resume there?
28 commercials.
Yeah, I was a parts model a lot of times. I did 4 Playtex bra commercials, 2 Playtex panties commercial.
And
a Fruit of the Loom pantyhose commercial that where I was inside of an apple with my legs sticking out.
And a
Samsonite
commercial.
I have not seen this since I did it. Oh, God. Ah!
I love saving in the springtime. Samsonite saving time, I mean. I love saving on these cases to go places. I'm buying everything I've seen. On the Oscars going bye-bye. Graduation time is near. Birthdays, weddings, every piece I buy, I'm betting the savings will be dear. Samsonite saving time is here.
Oh!
I've never shown that.
And you did it with such gusto.
Well, actually, I did it with such pain because they built this stairway for me of luggage, and I kept saying, you know, I think that second suitcase is going to pop open at some point. And they went, no, 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 no. Keep walking down. It was because I did 2 commercials, and the other one I walked down the stairway of luggage. Sure enough, about the 4th take, the suitcase popped open. I went flying, bounced down all the suitcases. Was in agony. Had to have a doctor come and give me a shot in my hip. And we shot 2 commercials over 26 hours straight. But they gave me a nice set of luggage so that I wouldn't sue.
Well, if you got some luggage out of it.
Yeah.
You know, if you were as psychic as I understand you are, you should have known you were going to get injured.
Well, I told them. That's what I said. But you know, when you first start in your career, you do a lot of stupid things like you don't have to fix the luggage. You know, So.
No, but I hear that you actually very much believe in this psychic astrology, numerology, and all of that.
No, no, no. I'm joining that club I heard about earlier on in your show because I'm not getting any respect for this.
I'm not saying it in a bad way,
My uncle who lived upstairs from us used to do astrology rings for people, so we all had our charts done. Right. But I'm somebody who definitely believes that if you're the kind of person who's plugged into things, then you have a tendency to know things before they happen. Yes. But maybe you're not plugged in.
I can assure you I'm not plugged in.
Maybe you plug in afterwards.
That's right. No, but would you say that are you psychic
Every
in
time
any
I've
way?
been, well, I mean, I've pulled, you know, phone numbers out of nowhere. I've tweaked on storms happening. I've
just for fun, let's test this out. I got my psychic cards here.
Okay.
I am going to lay down, Marilu, 5 different cards having 5 different symbols. We've got a circle, we've got a star,
But see, I'm not psychic unless I can touch things.
We've got a square, and we've got a triangle. I'm going to hold up one card here. You guess which card is the card in front of you.
A star.
No, I'm afraid not. Sorry, but hey, it could have been. It was very close. I don't mean to...
Oh, I must have been talking about you.
Yeah, you were talking. Okay. We're going to take a
But
quick...
that doesn't mean anything.
I know it doesn't mean anything.
No, but that's not really
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You can do these things. They don't have to mean anything.
This is like playing Watch the Red, and I just got taken.
We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after this.
People try to put us down.
You're watching later. Join us tomorrow night. Ben Stiller will be on the show. We're back with Marilu Henner. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
We have one last thing for you here. Are you familiar with the later letter?
I am now because you just explained it to me. I'm sorry.
Well, the idea
You know
here...
what? I heard, no, let me tell you something. I know I'm your second female
You are my
guest.
second female
Second,
guest.
well, first of all, I was a second wife twice, so this is like a good position for me.
This works out well, then.
Yes. Because I think being the second wife is always better than being the first wife. But anyway, I said to them, so how is he with women? Is he good with women? They said you were better with women than you were with men. Not to say that you're not good with men.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of men on your show. But you know what I'm saying. But I heard that, you know, you were really good with women.
Oh, and do you concur with that?
Not yet. I'm kidding. I did until that stupid card trick.
The later letter. The later letter is a letter written from the previous night's guest.
Do I waste my time writing the thing
No,
for
we'll do that. We'll do that later.
Okay.
But this is from the previous night's guest, who was John Caponera. He asked, "Dear Mary Lou, who do you think is more macho, Tony Danza or Burt Reynolds?"
Oh, God. Well, first-hand experience or what? I mean, no, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Oh, God. I'm working with one. Oh, definitely Bert.
Good answer. We're out of time. Come back again. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Later on Nightside, now that Zulu leaders have agreed to end their boycott, is there a chance for peaceful elections in South Africa? Find out later on NBC.